coming to you from Asheville WX office. Got a major winter storm that looks to be affecting most of western North Carolina. I believe it's going to affect all of western North Carolina by the end of it. Models are showing some downsloping that's going to occur. The low placement on the short range models is wavering tremendously, and that's going to affect snowfall totals around the area. We could see high-end snowfall totals, or we could see minimums around, places like the French Broad River Valley, where that downsloping is showing up as being predominant. So a really difficult forecast here. But going to go ahead, let's turn around to my screen. I want to thank Red Wolf Contracting Services, CP Crews and Company. 32 degrees around Asheville, and I'll show you the radar here in a few minutes. That Bear Clinic leaf is reaching out and looks like it could affect western North Carolina by noon or so, and some snow showers. Looking at the Grimes-Tice-Anderson camera, you can see that low ceiling pushing in. BannerElk.com live camera up in Banner Elk. And then let's go ahead and look around Henco Repro Graphics camera. Just a beautiful morning around western North Carolina. Temperatures somewhat low. We've got 13 of the 14 live cameras up for you guys for this storm, so most all of them have time-lapse features on them as well. The ones that don't move have time-lapse features on them. Maggie Valley, got the Affairs of the Hearts Waynesville camera, Cabbage Rose, TJ Hooper nationwide camera. This one's going to get popped by snow. I think 12 to 18 inches is going to be possible here. Lynn Freeman Bush downtown Hendersonville camera. This one's also going to get popped with snow on the Hands-On building down there, Hands-On Museum. Better Homes and Garden Real Estate out in Bryson City. I think that downsloping is going to affect you guys here. I've lowered my totals a little bit for these areas. So let's go ahead and talk about my totals. Just go ahead and pull them up and let you guys see. This is my most updated snowfall map. I extended the 4 to 8 and took away a little bit of the 8 to 12. Some of this downsloping could take those totals away, but some models are showing hardly anything for Bryson City and Silva. But I do think that you guys will see, some snowfall with this, and I think the wild card is this deformation feature on the backside, which I've accounted for on these totals. So some of you guys maybe sitting in Bryson City, Silva tomorrow afternoon, only a dusting of snow. There's still going to be snow that comes in on this backside, and it'll be different than northwest flow snow. It'll have some upper level energy involved as well. So I think we'll see a widespread sweep of more accumulating snowfall late tomorrow night. So I think around Asheville, and I had a little swath here that I put in of 4 to 8 in northern Asheville. It's really hard to tell. You're going to be in a really good spot when this deformation feature comes in to rake in 4+ inches of snowfall Sunday night. So I'm still going to keep northern Asheville in that 8 to 12, because I think that that initial burst of snow you're going to see less than places like Hendersonville, Brevard around Asheville. But as that northwest flow deformation feature moves through, you'll be in a better position to get that even some type of thunder snow even possible around Asheville. But you'll be in a better position because the air just flows in from the French Broad River Valley instead of the downsloping that occurs when it comes in from the south. So these areas right here, Brevard, Highlands, Cashers, you guys probably going to be the big winners with this, and also places like Mount Mitchell and Boone. That southerly flow just hammers those areas with limited downslope because they're right on the escarpment there, the Blue Ridge escarpment. And so we'll watch for that, and that's where I think the highest totals are going to be. Let's go ahead and show you guys some of the most recent models. It's about a nowcast time, so actually I'm going to show you guys the radar first. You can see some rain already showing up here in eastern Tennessee. You can see that Bear Clinic leaf pushing out. That's the moisture that's going to move in here this afternoon, bringing scattered snow showers, some flurries mixing with rain here, probably around noon to 3 or 4 p.m. around the Asheville area and really all of western North Carolina. I don't think that this snow, there may be a little dusting of accumulation where in those higher elevations, but I don't think that this is just an initial kind of front end burst. If we do end up getting in 2 or 3 inches of snowfall from this, which I don't think is likely, but if we do, then that's just bonus snow in my opinion for those folks that do get it. So temperatures are going to be a little bit on the weak side as far as, I mean, right now it's 35 at my house, so I'm thinking that rain is going to be the dominant precipitation unless you live in those higher elevations. Let's watch this on the radar. If you're watching that, you can watch this develop as well. Looking back on the system, this is where our comma head is developing, surface low right here. Look at all this moisture just really just making itself out of thin air. So that's kind of what we're watching here. And this will be the feature that begins to move in. It'll go down here to the coast, and then all that precip will blossom to its north and east. And so just watch that over the next day, and that's where our storm is going to be coming from. So here's what the models show happening with that. You can see, let's switch over and get the forecast loop. You can see as it runs out, that surface low, it's struggling with where the surface low goes. See, a lot of the short range models try to shoot it up here, right here, into the apps, making it like an app runner. But look at the low placement. That low is not going to do that. It's going to be stationary. Look at how it transfers. See, it's really odd to me how that all happens. It's not normal, and the models are struggling, and that's going to affect your snowfall totals on the end. That's the National Weather Service sent out a message this morning saying that they didn't think the low was going to take this track over the apps, that they thought it was struggling with this transfer from the Gulf to the coast. That's when we get our best snowstorms here in western North Carolina. I think that's the case here. That's why I haven't changed. I haven't really wavered my snowfall map too much. And, depending on how this deformation feature occurs, I could be low in southwest western North Carolina. So a lot of variables on the table here, but I'll run this through. See that deformation feature coming to late tomorrow night? That upper level low is going to go right over top of us. Simple meteorology, upper level low going over top of you, you're going to get snowfall from that. So moving into Monday, and look at this secondary piece of energy developing into Monday morning and afternoon. See, there's a lot of energy flying around, and those snowfall totals, even tomorrow night, are not, that's why I've pushed this event. My dates are through Monday. I think that we'll see snowfall around western North Carolina through a good portion of the day Monday, and it's just going to be an absolutely blistery day. Winds gusting, 30 miles per hour on Monday. Power outages very likely around western North Carolina. Need to do those preparations today to, filling up a tub, getting an alternative heat source available, some type of generator if possible, if you have access to that. I know many people don't. But let me just show you some of the winds that are going to be coming with this system. So, this is kind of what I'm concerned about with this system. And so here, let's push this out. I'll show you the winds. And, at the peak tomorrow morning, 34, 35, 37, 38, 50, 51 miles per hour. Look at those wind gusts. Those are significant wind gusts on this when the major portion of precipitation is moving through. 51 mile per hour gusts. Folks, that's going to be blizzard-like conditions around Asheville. This is a little bit more extended duration than what we saw the other day. The heavier precipitation is going to be falling with this. So I think this is a dangerous situation for western North Carolina. A concoction that could bring power outages for days for many, with roadways getting snow covered, ice packed all around the area. You could lose power for a week in certain areas, especially in Transylvania, Henderson County, even southern portions of Haywood County and Jackson County, those locations. These winds, look at these 60-something mile per hour gusts. Now, those are gusts. Those aren't sustained. So, sustained blizzard conditions are 30-plus with heavy precipitation for 3-plus hours, I believe. So, I don't know that this will get classified as a blizzard, but we could have blizzard-like conditions around western North Carolina tomorrow and really through the day on, we'll run this out, but those winds kind of exit, and then they just reinvigorate Monday and all along the mountains. Just winds all day Monday. Just a nasty day Monday. It's going to be hard around western North Carolina to maneuver around. Best place to probably move around is going to be, North Asheville. I think that's where the snow minimums and then southwest western North Carolina. But, it's going to be a tough day to move around. So I'll show you. Let's look at the HRR model one more time as well. And it actually just ran out. And we can see, you guys can hear Stella. She's playing with her toy in the background. Sorry about that. So here's what the HRR model shows. Snowfall moving in 6, 7, 8 a.m. Then struggling with this, what exactly is going to happen is the dry slot. I don't think this dry slot's going to develop, but that's what it's showing. So here we go, low pressure pushing in over Asheville. I don't think that's going to happen. So this low track, then it transfers it. I think the transfer is going to happen much quicker. That's going to up snowfall totals around Asheville. And so, but moving forward, this is just a winter storm. I think 6 inches is a good, benchmark for most of you around western North Carolina, and then it's going to go up from there. Farther southwest, you may struggle to get to that. But 8 to 12 seems like a good target for me based off of all the model data and, what I'm seeing trends-wise with the short-range models here. I just don't think this low is going to travel the way some of the short-range models are showing. That's why you've seen some totals lowering. The NAM HRRR models really struggling with this low track. So bear with me. We'll do another video this afternoon and let you guys know what all is going on with the afternoon model suites and what's going on with the radar. So check back for that, and I'll talk with you soon.